This video is for the shaft guide in Fusion 360. Okay. This will go along with our presentation about pictorials. Also, with this drawing, I am going to start getting a little bit more pickier about dimensioning. So be very careful on how you do it. Okay. So, with this object, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw out the circle. We're going to extrude it up. Okay. Then we're going to add this arm with the circle on it. And then we're going to take care of this hole. All right. And then afterwards, we're going to switch over to an orthographic view with an isometric view and full dimension. Okay. So the first thing I see is that, okay, this item is in inches. So again, in Fusion, under document settings, make sure that you are in inches. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch. And I want to draw the circle itself. And if I look in the right view, it's going to be the downward view is where I'm going to see the circle. So that's our top view. So I'm going to hit the top. And because I have a lot of things that have symmetry, I'm going to make sure that's going to be my center point. Okay, so I'm going to hit circle. Let's draw it out. Okay, and there's actually two circles. Okay. So if you look in the drawing, the outer circle here says that it has a radius of 0.75. Okay, well, we're doing diameter, so we have to double that. So it's 1.5 inches. So we're going to go to dimension, hit the side of the circle, bring it out. So that's 1.5 inches. The circle was in the circle. This one will get smaller. The inner circle here is a diameter of 0.75. So let's go ahead and click on that one out and 0.75. There's our two circles. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish it. And we're going to extrude it up by 1 inch. Okay, so extrude. I'm going to click on the center point here, the center space, and it's 1 inch. So that is this base right here. Okay. Now, the arm here is attached to the top. So let's go ahead. We're going to hit the top of that circle we just created and hit sketch. Let's zoom down a little bit. I see that arm comes straight off the top, down and over. I'm not going to worry about this curve right yet. I'm just going to do it as it's just straight. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to the line, hit this top of this circle right here, kind of go out straight, down. Be careful not to hit that button. It's like you saying enter or okay, and straight over until I hit that part. Okay. I know this line is tangent to the top, so let's make sure that's that. So go to tangent, hit your line, the outer circle. Okay. Escape. Okay, we know from the center of the circle out here to the edge, it's 1 inch and 1.75. I know it's a little hard to read. So from the center out to this edge is 1.75. Okay. The width of this is, I know it's a little hard to see, is 0.6. So we're going to hit this one right out here, 0.6. we have a circle right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and put that circle in about right there. Okay, bring it out. That circle has a diameter of 0.25. Okay, dimension, outer circle, 0.25. We got to center it. So from this edge out to here is 0.4. Okay. So I'm still in my dimension. This line to the center, hit that dot, is 0.4. Okay. And then from the outer edge to the center, looks like it says 0.3. So outer edge, center here is 0.3. And we got to round these corners off. Okay. And according to our notes, all rounds and fillets are a radius of 0.125, an eighth of an inch. So we're going to go with fillet. We're going to hit each corner there and here, and it's 0.125. All right, so that takes care of the arm. So we're going to go ahead and finish the sketch. Okay, I'm going to that isometric view so I can see what I'm doing. And we extrude it down 0.25. So we extrude. I click on that middle part right there. We're going to go down, so it's negative 0.25. And we're going to make sure it says join. Okay. Now we got that little curve right here. Okay. The little curve right here, and it's again a radius of 0.125. So I'm going to do the fillet command. Okay, so I'm going to have to go under modify. And there's fillet right there. I click on this line only, and it's 0.125. All right, so the last thing that we need to do is to add this circle. And since I can't click on the circle, I have to use the axis. And this is the one reason why I did it in the middle. So over in origin, click that back on so we can see our planes. Okay. And we want our origin to be on this surface, so we have that plane right there. Okay. And just to make it easier, I'm going to switch it over to wire so you can see it better. Okay. So we're going to hit sketch. We're going to hit this scale. All right. Now it's right in the center here, so I'm going to go right here in the middle and draw the circle. Okay. Going to schematic, it has a diameter of 0.25. So diameter, okay, 0.25. Got it. And it comes up, looks like a ½ inch. Okay, so we're going from the center to the bottom, 0.5. Okay, so we're going to finish sketch. Let's go back into our isometric view. Okay, so we can see that circle is right in the middle of our part. All right. So when we extrude, we want to make sure we get that circle, and then I'm going to grab it and pull it forward. Okay. And just say, okay. So let me go into my regular view, shaded with visible edges, and let's go ahead and turn the origin off. All right, there's our finished part. Okay. So let's go ahead and save this. This is the shaft guide. And let's make sure we put it in the correct folder. Okay, which is for me, it's going to be the drafting. Okay, got to make sure you save it. All right, to do the title block, we're going to go to File, New Drawing, from Design. Okay, make sure your units are in inches. Sheet size, like always, 11 by 8.5. Say OK. So we're going to do the orthographic view first. So it comes up with our base. All right, there's my base view. And it could be bigger. So let's go 1 to 1. That'll work. I hit my base and say OK. And then we're going to project. So top view, side view. Say OK. So let's do all the dimensioning. All right. So the first thing we got to do is put our center lines in. So I'm going to go with the center mark first, and that is any circles that we see. Okay. So we have this one right here. We have that circle and that circle. Now we want to do our center lines. So I know with this circle comes straight down. Okay, so we're going to click on these two lines. Okay. With this one, okay, we have the circle right here in the middle. Okay, so I am not going to put a center line in there just because we already have something here and it'd be too confusing. But on this side, yes, I'm going to put a center line there. I'm going to put a center line here. Okay. Now there is another one, okay, right here. So we're going to click that one and that one. Okay. Hit escape. Now this one should be bigger, so I'm going to click on that and I'm going to draw it up. Okay. It's got to make sure it's on the outside. Okay. Now these look like lines, but just because of the scaling, it looks like a solid line, but it's not. It's like any center line. It's long, short, long. Okay. Okay, I need to do the same thing here since it extends out. So I'm going to just bring these arrows out. Should extend about 1/8 of an inch out. Okay. Just like that. All right. Now let's do our dimensions. There's a guide. You want to make sure you put every one of these dimensions in there and make sure you only do it once and do it in a way that it's easier to understand. Okay. So let's start with the top view because it's going to have the most. And we got these two circles here. So let's put those in. So we're going to hit dimension, click this, and we have that one and that one. We want to group them together. We also have this circle right here. We'll bring this out right there. Okay, if it gets in our way, which I think it will, we can always move it down. Okay. All right, we have our points here. Okay, and click it straight here, here, straight up. Okay. We have our thickness here, but I don't want to put it on the object. Okay, so we're going to hit that one and that point, bring it straight over. Okay, notice it says 0.6 and this is 0.1. It has 2 points, this has 1 point. Double click on that, we can change that to 3 points. And it didn't quite work, but it should have 3 zeros here. Try that one more time today. And okay, we'll go with it. All right. Okay, we got the location of the hole. Okay. So let's go into dimension. I'm going to zoom down a little bit more. We're going to hit the corner and that line, drag it straight up. Okay, same thing this way. Here, I'm going to do that line and we're going to straight over. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Let's see, what other dimensions there on top? Okay, we got these two, we got this, we got that, the circle, we got the center of the location, we got the thickness here. All right, the other one is thickness here. Obviously, we can't do that on the top view because there's nothing there, but we can do it down here. So let's go ahead and hit that guy and bring it out. Okay. Now we got this circle here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that circle, bring it up. Okay. And then the dimension from the center to the bottom is straight over. Okay. Notice that number is on the outside. Like click on that number, bring it up. Okay. I want it right there. See if I can get that a little bit. Sometimes you gotta have to work on this a little bit. There we go. To get it in the center. I don't quite like that. Bring it down a little bit more. Okay. There's enough room for those arrows going there. Okay. So there's that. Oh, we got the overall height. Almost forgot about that. So we're gonna get to the bottom here. Top straight over. Okay, since these share the same dimension, we put that in the middle. Okay, so we have all three here, have all three here. Okay, we got all dimension except for this note. So let's put that note in. So we zoom out. We're going to go to our lettering, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. Rounds. Fillet R space 1.25 and close. Okay. Rounds and fillets. Okay. I'm going to put it where it's noticeable. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to put it about right there. Okay, so that takes care of our full dimension. Okay, now we do the isometric view. Okay, we're going to project it off, again, the front view. So I'm going to do project view. Oops. Hit my front, and this time I'm going to go at a 45 degrees. And click. And say OK. Now, one thing I want to do different is I want this to stand out. So I'm going to double click on this to bring up my dialog box. And under appearance, I want to hit shaded. Okay. Now, another way you can tell that you did this right is the isometric view should look like our drawing. And it does. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick check over. It looks like I have all my center lines. I have all the dimensions. They're easy to read. Okay. No extension lines or crossing dimensions. Okay. So everything looks pretty good. Zoom this out. So we're going to go ahead and save. And then you turn this in. Again, I'm going to be very picky about your dimensioning and your size of your object. So be careful. And if you have any questions or problems, let me know. And I will see you next time.